Hi, Intuitive Life Coaches. Sandra Baker here with Intuitive Life Coach Academy. Excited to talk to you today about your spiritual gifts and discovering how to get into spirit realm with what I call your entry point. Your entry point is the spiritual gift that you use that gets you connected there. So we're going to go over the clairs and what those clairs are. We're going to start with clairsentience. Clairsentience is a gift of feeling. It's an impression that you have. And this one is probably the most common spiritual gift, but it's also the one I think that we doubt the most. So what I recommend doing with a clairsentience gift is when you have an experience where you felt an impression about something or a person and it was accurate, write down those wins. And this is true for all of your spiritual gifts. Write down when you have a win with that because it builds your intuition muscle. Because intuition is a muscle and we want to be big and strong with this, especially as intuitive life coaches. So clairsentience. The second one is clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is a really fun gift as you develop it. In the beginning, you may just have dreams and start seeing things in your mind's eye. It could be symbols, could be impressions that you see in your mind, and they show up like dreams. So to strengthen your spiritual gift of being clairvoyant, it helps to close your eyes sometimes, and then you can see images through your third eye, through your crown chakra. It's like creating a movie screen across your mind. It's pretty cool. But it looks like their visions, insights, it looks more like dream state. Also, being clairvoyant is you'll be able to start to see people's auric fields, their energy field around them. And in the beginning, when I first started seeing energy fields, was a boy talking about a spiritual experience he had. It was actually very cool. It started just a little vibration of light around him. He was only about 13 years old, so it was a really fun experience to go, whoa, I'm seeing that vibration around him. And as you get good with that, then you'll start to develop seeing colors or having impressions about colors around people and seeing their auric fields and their energy centers. So if you're having some experiences with seeing, that would be your clairvoyance. And if you are able to see more than feel, then that would be your entry point into spirit realm, is being able to see. The next one is clairaudient, and this one is using your ears through the throat chakra, enhancing the throat chakra. And what that is being able to hear spirit realm or hear impressions that come to you, and they sound like your own thoughts. But pay attention, thoughts that, for example, you go, I wouldn't have thought that in that moment. And when you have an intention to connect with a spirit guide or an angel or someone who has moved over to the other side, and you just have thoughts that start pouring in, what I like to do is a technique called automatic writing. And you just start writing down those thoughts or impressions, and that is using your clairaudience gift. If you want to develop more of this gift, then I recommend doing that automatic writing throughout the week. But that's going to help you to connect to that spiritual gift and get more confident in that gift. The next one would be, the clair would be claircognizant. And claircognizant is through your crown chakra, and that is a knowing. It's a knowing in your heart. It's a knowing in your gut, a gut instinct that you might have about something. You'll know something, but you don't know why you know it or how you know it, but you just know it. And many of us have had those experiences of being claircognizant. Again, when you have a spiritual experience having one of the clairs, then write it down, because it is really powerful to build that muscle. And claircognizance is definitely one that takes some practice of having a gut experience or a gut instinct few times in your life, and then as you build this muscle, they happen more and more and more. And it's always nice to be able to have your spiritual gifts to help guide you in life, and also help guide you with clients when somebody's sitting in front of you. I've had lots of fun using my spiritual gifts that way. All right, let's talk about clairfragrance. Clairfragrance is a fun gift. It's the ability to smell something that's really not around you. So, for example, if you're connecting with a loved one who's crossed over and say they were a smoker, you might be picking up their pipe smell, cigarette smell, whatever they smoked. Even though they're not smoking, you can still smell a distinct smell on that person. That's how they let you know that they are present. I've had that experience with my grandmother who used a certain kind of soap. When, as a child, I would go into her bathroom, and her bathroom always smelled like this soap, and I think it's ivory. But as you go into smelling something without that something being around you, pay attention to that. That's Clairfragrance. The next one would be Clair. You might be Clairempathic, which would be you have a feeling, you feel what other people are feeling. And sometimes this gift isn't so fun for empaths. I just call them empaths, and they're pretty prevalent with crystal children who are on the planet today, and they don't understand why they're feeling so much. So that's a whole nother video we'll do on crystal children, which I love working with. But being Clairempath is you'll actually feel what the other person is feeling, which is a really great gift in that you can be so compassionate and so understanding with your clients when you really understand their perspective and can feel what they're feeling. It can be problematic, however, when you're in crowds and you're picking up all sorts of feelings and sensations inside of you. So make sure that you disconnect from other people, put yourself in a column of light before you go out if you're empathic, and or just zip up your energy field with an intention, and that will help keep you from feeling everything out there. So we have Clairsentient, Clairvoyant, Clairaudient, Claircognizant, Clairfragrant, and we talked about being Clairempath. There's also another gift called Clairgustant, I think is how you pronounce it, but not sure, but it's taste. And that's an interesting one because you'll taste something for no reason. And that one's not as common as the other ones. You don't hear about it as often, but it's fun. It's just one you can start playing with, especially like my mom was a really great baker. She made these cinnamon rolls that were to die for. And so periodically I might just get a sensation of a taste of that cinnamon roll. And I'm certainly not making cinnamon rolls, and they're nowhere near me. And I'll smell them, I'll taste them. And it's just a memory or a remembrance that mom is near, and it's her letting me know that she's near. And it's a very comforting taste, smell, feeling that goes with it. And it's really fun to develop all of your clairs and understand how to use them. So I am here to support you intuitives in learning your gifts, and everybody else actually out there for that matter, how to use your intuitive gifts in your everyday living. They really are designed to support you in living a more connected life with one foot on the planet and one foot in heaven, so that you can feel that connection, that love, and that support for you from your angels and spiritual support, deceased loved ones. So I do have a training called Spiritual Connections. I have one this Saturday if you're interested in that, being in person live in Bountiful, Utah, or that training is also coming online. So just message me. You can see it's also on the calendar. Just message me if you're interested in that, or feel free to give me a call if you're interested in becoming an intuitive life coach. We have a training coming up in person, and that is also coming online. Namaste. Thanks guys for watching. Feel free to send me any questions that you might have, and I'll be doing these videos periodically. Take care.